Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Tech Talk. I am your host, Jeff Hutzell, Chief Cloud Officer at Auditmacs. So today on Tech Talk, we like to talk about things that are happening in technology and some of the people that are behind those movements. We are very happy today to have Andreas Erben. Andreas is with Daenet. Andreas, thank you for joining us on the show today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great. So for folks that aren't familiar, maybe tell us a little bit about Daenet and kind of what you guys do.
So Daenet is a Microsoft Gold partner. We have been Partner of the Year twice. What does it mean? We're building solutions and software for customers and focusing on also being a trusted advisor to those. These days, most of our business is in the cloud. Like almost everybody's in the cloud. And personally, I deal with also innovation-focused technologies like AR, VR, and applied AI.
Really? So AR and VR. So what is, obviously everybody's excited about that. There's a lot of promise for those things. You see a lot of, especially in the commercial market, or the consumer market, you're starting to see some cool things with VR. But how's that applying to the business world? What are you seeing that play in?
Personally, I believe the bigger value is if you stop thinking about two-dimensional applications, but think about what can a computer do if it participates in a three-dimensional environment. The biggest theme is actually, what if our environment could understand us and interact with us as human beings in a more natural way? And that's how I like to think about it. And I try to enable applications, new scenarios that would not be possible or really cumbersome in two-dimensional applications to add new value, not just showing pretty pixels in 3D.
Yeah. So we have some customers that we work with that do a lot in the design and engineering process. So and they're using things like AR and VR from just how to picture what this building's going to look like when it comes out there. What are other ways that you're seeing real practical applications of that?
Okay. Think about if you would wear like an AR type headset, like Microsoft HoloLens, and you walk through a room, and as you interact with the application that puts information in 3D space, the application can also knows where you are and what you're looking at. It might also, because it's a microphone, understand what you're saying, and then you can analyze all those things and tie it together. You could analyze what is the intention of the user, what they want to do next based on the previous actions, what they've been looking at a lot, or you could analyze their sentiment based on what they said, if they liked something or didn't like something, which is a great tool then for the salespeople to give them additional cues after they analyzed all this.
Sure. So are there specific industries you think that'll be the first to really dive into this and really adopt this technology? I
mean, as you said yourself, like you see a lot of in the engineering focused things, like where it's natural to do 3D stuff. Definitely healthcare is very relevant in that situation for simulation of procedures, interoperative guidance, and so on and so on. In the premier marketing, like when it comes to presenting goods in 3D space, like high-value goods, that's also very important. And then across the board, everything that has to do with training.
Education would be the ideal one about
education
off the charts.
Education is one of the things that are pretty much where off-the-shelf solutions are coming out for. Like Microsoft Guides is an off-the-shelf product from Microsoft where everybody can configure their simple step-by-step instructions to put something together.
Sure. So obviously it's really exciting. There's really cool applications and promise for it. So you're doing this today with customers. So if I'm a company and I see the promise of this for my unique application, how do I even get started with something like that?
Well, the right thing to do would be to have a conversation with a trusted advisor about where you're at right now and where you want to go, and then talk about, does it even make sense to do it? To be honest, the AR, VR is not for everybody. So I wouldn't advise to just say, I want a VR application just because everybody has it.
Right. So what are some of those limiting factors when you say it's not for everybody? Are there certain things where it's either just becomes so cost prohibitive? Is that this one, or what other things do you see?
Cost is a big factor. I mean, to make an application really look beautiful, it's like producing a movie almost. I mean, you need artists and 3D and experts in all different, in 3D interaction even. But on the other hand, there are a lot of low-hanging fruits that customers could use. For example, let's say in automation, like you can make invisible things visible where they happen. The data from machines, for example, and we call that the digital twin. And that's a thing that can be done in a relatively easy way and can provide value for a lot of customers. I mean, we worked with one customer where we showed them the telemetry of a barcode reader and the scanning field, which is invisible, of their barcode reader in 3D space. And that added value for planning the setup of barcode readers, but also for marketing purposes at trade shows, like why are they better than others.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I know you're really passionate about the subject. Actually, you're going to be speaking at the upcoming Tech Coast conference, I think August 21st.
Yeah, that will be fun. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. So in that Tech Coast conference talk, I will talk about what is really a difference from, as I mentioned earlier, to move from 2D space to 3-dimensional applications, and how can we get value out of doing that, like from simple things like starting with user interaction, like where am I, what's my position, what am I looking at, to the more advanced concept like understanding our environment, finding a table in the room, and then maybe put a virtual object on it automatically, and so on. So
cool.
there's a lot of
Star Wars type stuff we're talking about. That's really
I would say more Star Trek in this sense.
Star Trek, okay.
Yeah.
It's really whatever your preference is.
We're making it more real, a little bit more sciencey.
Yeah, that's great. Well, that's cool. I would encourage folks to come out and check you out on August 21st at the Tech Coast conference. So Andreas, I appreciate you coming out. People want to find out more about you. Where's the best place for them to go to?
All right, yeah, that's you should check out daenet.com, daenet.com. That's our main website, and just send an email there and find me there. My name is Andreas Erben.
So Andreas from Daenet, appreciate it. And thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Tech Talk. We'll see you next time.